All right, we're going to go to cross-offs. We've only crossed off one team, and that is the Jacksonville Jaguars. They of course, right after we crossed them off, went and won a game, but they're still not making the playoffs, so I'm not uncrossing, and we're not going to have a discussion about it. Titans, they had a bye, so a stay of execution from the cross-off list could be coming next week, maybe the week after. The Raiders lost to the Broncos, and they're about to play the Steelers. You guys cool if we cross the Raiders off? Is it too soon?
Gardner Minshew, the only reason I didn't cross him off prior to is because of Gardner Minshew, because I just like him, but he kind of looked like
really.
He's one of those frisky backwards.
It's not for watching him play quarterback well. I'll tell you that much.
It's the leather coat that he wears every
time. It must be from something else. It must be from. Does he do a podcast? Because it's definitely not from watching him play well. Because there's no way that's ever happened. All right,
I mean it's happened. He's a frisky backup. Yeah, he's a frisky backup.
Yeah. A few games.
What do you have? Like two? You're like thinking of 2 games.
I'm actually thinking
we would have taken them up.
Games. Yeah, I have a few. Right.
Yeah, 2 specific Jacksonville games. All right, cool. Yeah. Let's not litigate the is Gardner Minshew good argument. I'd like to cross the Browns off because
oh my god,
they're so bad.
Deshaun Watson.
I can't believe how bad
they just need to do it. They need to. They need to bite the bullet, and Jameis Winston needs to play quarterback. I don't give a shit.
2 weeks.
I don't care.
2 weeks too long at this point. If he plays again, unless they're at just punishing him at this point, where it's like whatever, I want to see him get hit and it's like more times. Like he's not going to care if he gets benched.
The defense is middle of the road this year, but it's just because Deshaun Watson can't stay on the fucking field. They were like 1 of 18 on 3rd down this past week, something insane like that. When
I mean his any number you look at, it's so bad. Anything you take into account, he's a bad quarterback by every single metric you could possibly come up with.
When you're on Jacoby Brissett level, it's bad.
He's worse.
He's worse than Jacoby Brissett. He's worse than Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett has has Deshaun Watson completed a pass? I haven't fucking seen it if it's happened. It's so bad to watch, man. I don't want them anywhere near my television.
It's a tie, but I appreciate it though. But it's a tie.
Fine. I'll give you that. Don't worry, because as much as I don't want the Browns to be on my television anymore, unfortunately, this is going to be cue the Undertaker music. The final week for the Pats on the Power Ranking show. They are officially crossed
they're terrible. Off. They're a bad football team.
Listen, they were crossed off after the Jets game, but I appreciate it though.
No, we kept it going for a second just to see because they were possibly frisky. We all agreed they were possibly frisky. They're not.
They might not win another game.
Wait, before we officially cross them off, hold on.
They really might not win another game. That's a very solid possibility.
But should we give them?
Was it the Colts that one year that won the first week and then went and lost 15 straight games?
Could we make the excuse to just leave him uncrossed off to see Drake May 1 week?
Is it official?
Just
is
one
he playing?
Full game at start. It just started. He's playing. Official. Yep. Starting. It's the whole game. Let's not cross him off yet. Pats survive 1 more week. Hi, Mike. Yes, the Pats survive 1 more week. Not crossed off yet. I just want to see Drake May. You never know.
Yeah, what about Miami?
Could be a different
story. If Tua's not coming back, we might be able to cross off Miami.
I'm not crossing off a team that has a healthy Tyreek Hill on it. They'll figure something out. Okay. I'm not doing it. I can't, not yet. Not coming off a win. And no, come on. There's good offensive minds over there. They can figure it out. The Rams.
No, we can't cross.
I feel like we all think they're better than their record.
Yeah, they are better than their record.
But they keep
but the NFC West is pretty wide open. I mean, it's what the Seahawks. Seahawks are in first, the 3-2, right? So
they could take a dive at any point.
9-8.
It's hard with them though. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's hard with them though because we said a lot of the things last year about them not potentially getting there, and then they found a way to sneak into the playoffs. So now, yes. Some players have obviously gone and other players are hurt. So it changed a little bit, but they can still find a way. Once again, they just have to get healthy. But I think once again, if we're giving New England one more week, we can give the Browns one more week.
Sure. What do you know that? Do you know the timeline on those two guys on those
They
receivers?
have
Cup
they
and
have a bye week, and then
Well, Cup has been hurt really since
I
they
think
went to
they have a bye
so
week, and
I
then
don't know.
they're supposed to come back
You
in
know,
the next couple of weeks.
Well, we'll see. I mean, they're right. They're hanging off the edge of possibly winning that division, but you're right. Two skilled players like that come back. I was glad they weren't there against the Bears. You know, I mean, it's a different prospect trying to deal with those guys. All right, stay of execution on the Rams despite their record. Broncos won, so kind of hard to cross.
I love how you
off,
list the Broncos here, but they're 3-2.
Yeah, but I hate them. Like, I don't. Have you watched the games?
It's pretty bad.
Like, it's a bad 3-2. Come on, it's a bad 3-2. You have to admit they're not going to have a winning record this season. You can tell watching the play, unless you guys think I'm fucking crazy. Ray, you seem like you might think I'm crazy.
No. I mean, listen, I'm blown away that a team led with Bo Nix is 3-2. Like, I'm blown away. Like, it doesn't matter what point in the season. Like, the fact
you were down on him coming into the season. I haven't seen
was
crazy to turn it around at, but he is winning games.
I was down because they were saying, once again, your quarterback room was Bo Nix and Jarrett Stidham, which we know up here very well.
It's kind of like when Tim Tebow was winning games, isn't it? Where you're like, that's not gonna last.
No, I mean, I'm
it's not as
guy,
bad.
so
it's
no,
not. It's not like that.
So.
It's not like that.
That's not impressive. That's not like that.
What everybody was like, smash mouth football, we love it. The Broncos, like, you know, there was a whole thing.
But he won some games, right? I don't see Bo Nix galvanizing like that. He does not move the meter like that. He doesn't. And once again, when you come in as old as Chris Winkie coming into the NFL, you know, if you know, you better be able to do something. And once again, we talked about this last on the show. He went 12 of 25 for 60 yards in MetLife Stadium and found a way to beat the Jets 10-9. So by far the ugliest win of the year, outside of Miami beating New England on Sunday. So yeah, I mean, listen, it's a miracle that they're 3-2, but like I said, I just think that they'll come crashing down soon. Once again, they still got to face Kansas City. You still got to face, you know, the Chargers at some point. So I just think, to me, at some point they're going to fold like a cheap set.
I love it. Mainly, honestly, Bobby, they're on the cross-offs list. It's as a carryover because I can't quite put them in honorable mentions. I want to talk about them in a negative light. But I do think that they obviously deserve to be talked about. Okay, we'll talk about the Cowboys when we get to the power rankings. They have made it back in, spoiler alert. Like I said, if you need to know anything that we think about the Patriots, there's a real nice deep dive on this feed. You can listen to this, and then at the end, you can go listen to us talk about them. Bobby, how'd you like that? How'd you like that Caleb Williams breakout game, buddy?
It was nice.
Huh?
It was nice.
Dude's got some skills, I think.
It's nice.
I was
it's
pretty
nice to play the Panthers and the Jags back-to-back weeks. It's very get right.
It is nice
right
to play that, but it's like toe in the water, baby. Toe in the water. Have you seen our back end? It's fucking brutal.
It's not great.
It's fucking brutal. So, you know, that's fine. I'm completely fine with that, front loading a rookie QB season with some easy games to try to get him up to NFL speed. But I talked a little bit about this on the other show, so we don't have to do this in too much detail, but would love to know your thoughts, like, as the sort of, you know, I know you watch quarterbacks really closely. I mean, we all do, but I think you have a little bit of a boner for quarterbacks. If me and Ray are more in the kind of like sick wide receiver category, you're a real QB guy. So what'd you think? I mean, pretty decent draft class far.
Well, we'll get to Jaden Daniels, but Caleb looks really good, man. It looks like he's finally breaking defenses down in a way that really
he's got the brain
really,
for it.
Delivers itself to play NFL quarterback. He's not looking for that Heisman play every time anymore, which is huge for that rookie quarterback, especially when you're that number one pick, man. All those expectations on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The thing I've really been enjoying, I do. I mean, the thing that I've been really enjoying is we've won time of possession. I think this stat is right. We've won time of possession every single game.
Wow.
So even the games we lost.
You're full of stats lately.
He's able. Yeah, thanks. It's because I deleted all the social media apps. I'm doing a lot more reading. But I think can control an offense. And I think he has the ability to play situational football already, if that makes sense, which I think is really crazy for a guy who's played 5 games in the NFL, which is like not the Jaden Daniels thing that's happened where it's just like he's just balling out. Like he hasn't really had to think about the game and managing it overall in a lot of the context that he's been in. And we will come on to that in detail a little bit more later. But I just feel like he can already read defenses, which is really, really nice. And he's already making calls at the line, and he's already moving stuff around and spotting stuff. And I mean, the guy kind of barely moves when he throws a deep ball. Like he kind of flicks his wrist, and it's like
he's got that Mahomes. He's got that Mahomes flick of the wrist going. He does.
I know. Don't.
He does though. He does.
Do that to me. He made a couple of Mahomesy plays, and I was like, "Oh my god, come on!" But I'm trying not to overreact. It was the Panthers. We have Panthers fans in the comment sections of our videos talking about how there's no way, and they're Panthers fans saying there's no way we can know anything about Caleb because the Panthers are terrible, which is fair enough. And it must have hurt seeing DJ Moore.
By the way,
take 2.
By the way, the Panthers didn't even get mentioned on the cross-off list. That's how crossed off they are.
Oh shit! You know what? No, I just totally forgot. But you're absolutely right. We do have to cross them off. I just forgot to write them down. Yeah, Panthers are crossed off, and they'll carry over.